We are now in the 3 weeks of mourning for the temple that start on the 17th of Tammuz and end on the 9th of Av. These are 2 months on the Jewish calendar. 9th of Av is the date basically from the Talmud for the destruction of the first and second temples, and it's reckoned as a day of mourning for all of the tragedies that have struck the Jews throughout the ages. I think you'll have ones for the expulsion of the Jews from England in York. You'll also have ones, I think, for the massacres in the Ukraine by the Cossacks, Khalmeniki. There have been attempts to write them one for the Holocaust, none that has received universal acceptance. What you have with the loss of the temple basically is substantial loss of Jewish culture. Basically distance from Hashem, distance from God, distance from the truth, distance from reality. Have a lot of that today. And various reasons are given for the destruction of the temple. The first temple, it's for basically adultery or promiscuity, murder, and idolatry. For the second temple, it's given as sinat chinam, gratuitous hatred. It's interesting, in the New Testament, the Gospels, more precisely, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, you have Jesus, more or less, predicting the destruction of the second temple, saying it's a splendid building, but there's not even going to be a brick of this when this tragedy comes, and it's coming fairly soon. That's basically what he says. In the book of Luke, which doesn't have that account, rather it has an account of him basically turning over the tables of the money changers in the temple. You have that, unfortunately, Makolit, your convenience store moves into your shul. It's a convenient place. You're putting on tefillin there anyway. That type of mentality. Of course, it's dirty, and the owner is a chief. It seems to be what it's talking about. But it would seem that the story of Jesus is the one that is most fundamentally on target. You have the story of Jesus is basically a commentary on Deuteronomy 14:1, which says, you will be children of the living God, or you should be children. Then it has, the second part is stark contrast, and it says, and you shouldn't be gashing your foreheads on the death. It's a rather grisly custom. Thank God it's not done by the Jews, at least anymore, that when someone dies, a sign of mourning to cut your forehead, nice and bloody. But the basic idea is that the Jews should be truly be living up to the biblical verse to be sons of God. The hint is that if they don't, they're going to be as bad as that. And basically, that's what the book, what Jesus is about. He also has you have other criticism and other ideas. The book revolves around the idea of being the Son of God and basically saying that this will bring the Messiah, and ultimately this will rule over the Jewish people. He also talks about basically that the laws concerning Shabbos are absurd, and something I'm inclined to agree with him about. I don't like chillin'. When you have beans on the stove for 14 hours, it just doesn't come out that well. People here eat more of it and insist that it's great. The other thing is issues of modesty. Essentially, Jesus is extremely modest. But when you start talking about the Perushim, they seem to make a fetish of modesty and the parody of it. What they're doing is basically disgusting. It's not modest at all, but they say it's modesty. But the basic idea that the solution to that which will create the building of the temple will be the Jews really meditating on the idea of what it means to be the Son of God and truly fulfilling it. Okay, what I would like to now do is sing L'cha Dodi, but in the tune of Aylee Tsion. It's a little bit early. Next week maybe is what it's traditionally done, but now's a good time to be thinking about it. L'cha Dodi likras kala p'nei Shabbos lekabala. L'cha Dodi likras kala p'nei Shabbos lekabala. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad. Hishmi'anu il hamiuchad. Adonai echad ushmo echad. L'shem u'teferes u'tehillah. L'cha Dodi likras kala p'nei Shabbos lekabala. L'cha Dodi likras kala p'nei Shabbos lekabala. Likras Shabbos l'chu v'nilcha. Ki hi makor habaraka merosh mikezem nisucha. So ma'aseh b'machshavat tehila. L'cha Dodi likras kala p'nei Shabbos lekabala. L'cha Dodi likras kala p'nei Shabbos lekabala. Mikdash melech irmalucha. Kumitzei mitoch ha'becha. Rav l'ksheves v'yemakabaka v'hu yachamol alayach yamla. L'cha Dodi likras kala p'nei Shabbos lekabala. L'cha Dodi likras kala p'nei Shabbos lekabala. He's na'ari me'aparkumi. Livshi b'dei siparzik ami. Al yad ben yishai beis alach korba el nafshi ga'ola. L'cha Dodi likras kala p'nei Shabbos lekabala. L'cha Dodi likras kala p'nei Shabbos lekabala. Hitho riri, ki va'ori kumi ori, uri shirtaberi, kavod Adonai alayich nigla. L'cha Dodi likras kala p'nei Shabbos lekabala. L'cha Dodi likras kala p'nei Shabbos lekabala. Lo sevoshi v'lo sikami. Ma tishtokevi matahemi. Bok echesu aniyami. V'nimneso atila. L'cha Dodi likras kala p'nei Shabbos lekabala. L'cha Dodi likras kala p'nei Shabbos lekabala. V'hayu Limshisa Shosai, Barahakul Kamavalai, Yasusolai Elohoi, Kim Sos Hasan Al Kala, Lachot Dodi Likras Kala, Bene Shabbath Nekabala, Lachot Dodi Likras Kala, Bene Shabbath Nekabala, Yami Musmo Tifrotsi, West Adonai Ta'aritzi, Ayad Ish Ben Parsi, Wanis Lacho, Wadagila, Lachot Dodi Likras Kala, Bene Shabbath Nekabala, Lachot Dodi Likras Kala, Pene Shabbath Nekabala, Boiva Shalom Ateres Bala, Gampe Rina Upsahala, Tokemune Amsagula, Boikala, Lachot Dodi Likras Kala, Pene Shabbath Nekabala, Lachot Dodi Likras Kala, Pene Shabbath Nekabala.